All right, so in this video, we're going to discuss and show how to do a cut fill map. So on the Takeoff tab, over to the right, we've got a cut fill map command. We can give this a name, so I can call this FG versus OG topsoil. So let's say, actually, let's call it subgrade. Subgrade versus OG minus topsoil. And our initial surface would be the topsoil stripped, and then our final surface would be our subgrade adjusted with topsoil absent. We can shade the map. We can put a label grid. We'll go ahead and put a layer in here. So we'll go ahead and call this cut fill map. Color, leave as white. We'll protect it. Actually, let me do this. Rename it here. So TO underscore cut fill map. And let's go ahead and create a new category for that one. Call it cut fill. It'll help us find it later. And close that. Close that. And then, so now we've got our text style. If we go to new style, we're going to create a text style here. By default, we've got this standard one. I'm going to create a new one just for the cut fill map. Okay. And I can choose the type of font that I want to see. So if I just want, maybe a simplex or something, something that's not real bold, I can choose that. So let's see here, we got one. Let's just choose simplex, real simple style. You can see just not real thick, but justification bottom left. We can bold it. Your width factor, adjust the height. So I'm going to set the height to, let's just do 1/10 of an inch, and we'll leave it as sheet units, and that's going to be based off of our scale. All right, so not this particular scale, but the scale of our project. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to click OK. We'll adjust it. I'll show you how to adjust it later, because a lot of times, first time you do it, it won't, it may not be the way you want to see it. The grid spacing, you can set it if you want every 25 foot, every 50 foot, whatever you want. Do you want to see ticks or lines or none? And how do you want your precision? So I'm just going to do cut fill down to the hundredths. You can label the surface elevation, so it'll label both the original ground plus the finished ground. I just want the cut fill value. I'm going to click OK to that. And now you can see that it's generated a cut fill map. So blue is our fill, red is our cut. If I turn off the site improvements, all right, turn those off. Now you can see the cut fill map. You can see the cut that I need around here and the areas that I need to fill. If I zoom in, you can see the text on my plan. So, maybe it's kind of hard to read. So maybe we need to bold that up, right? And you can see that it's kind of high as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if I click on that, I can go to properties, and over under properties, we can come down here and we can adjust the text style cut, right? So if I come in here and I click new style, it's going to take me back. Even though I say a new style, I'm just going to edit this existing one. So what I can do here is, let's bump this down to 05, and then let's change this. Let's just change that back to maybe, let's do an aerial. All right, so if I type in the word aerial, I can pick that, and that'll look a little bit thicker maybe, and we'll click OK, and there we go. So now when I click off of this, now we can see the actual cut fill values a little bit better, right? So a little bit thicker text, a little bit better information to see. So you can see we've got, half a foot of cut here, some fill over here. Now we can also change this cut fill map, the way that it looks. So if I select that cut fill map again under properties, I can come up to the color mapping. And in the color mapping, you can adjust these colors. So if you want to see evenly spaced actual elevations, you can insert elevations and space evenly. You can even load a style that you may have already developed. So there's a color mapping style. So I have one. Let's see if I go in and I have it under standards, and I can post these under this video so that you guys will have access to download these. So I have this standards folder that I call, and I've got my color range mapping, and I've got these different, US cut fill, elevation. So if I do this one, you can see that I can choose, 31 base colors. There's different setups based on, your project. So if I take this one, let's take a look at what that one looks like. You can see the spacing now, right? So now when I click OK to that, now you can see that it gives me a little bit different look of what my cut fill is. So this is really going to be customized based on how you want to see your cut fill map to look. You want reds and blues? Do you want more of a color range? Then, that would be up to you to define how you want that to look. So if I come back in here and I do 31 base colors, let's see what that one looks like. Pretty similar, little bit different adjustment there. But I'll give you these and you can play with them. If I load up this one, cut fill map here, okay, and that gives me a little bit different look as well. All right. So that's the cut fill map, and a couple different adjustments that we can make to get it to look the way that you want it to look.